7 wishes for the cost of one soul. Find out how that works out during this week's discussion of Bedazzled. I'm Chad.
And I'm Matt.
This is episode 67 of We Used to Talk About This at Work. All right, Matt. So we got a special one here this week. We've got 2 guests. We've got Emily and Gaby from the Boyfriend Material Podcast or Boyfriend Material Podcast.
Yes, I was gonna be like, not him butchering our name.
Yeah. That's a good way to start off this whole like friendship, collaboration. Just fuck everything up.
I mean, this man just looked at our white passing Hispanic asses and asked us not to use slurs. So
that's pre-show conversation. Okay. they don't need to know. They don't need to know what we talk about in the green room. All right?
Okay, fine. I've never in my life been mistaken for somebody that would use.
It's a catch-all, Gaby. It's a catch-all.
I am shook.
So
Gaby is shook.
All right. So
I am the violent one.
That is Gaby, the one that is offended by me. And
I am the violent one, and Emily is the nice one. Generally.
So
I'm usually the one who finds like a psychological explanation for every behavior. So
you'll break it down for us.
Yeah.
She was gonna be a psychologist, and then she was like, nah.
Yeah.
All right. So who are you ladies? Like, how do you know each other? Who are you?
Okay, so we met back in 2015 because we're both from Panama, so we live in a social bubble sort of, so we always knew who we were.
It's a small ass country too. Like,
yeah, it's
insane.
We're like 4 million people total, and like like our schools, we didn't go to the same school. Gaby's also a year older than me. And even though we didn't go to the same school, it's schools that kind of mingled together. Okay. So you kind of know everyone. But we met at college. So over here in Panama, we have, Florida State University has a campus over here. So Florida State, like FSU has, the Tallahassee one, they have Panama City Beach, and they have Panama City, Panama. So people here tend to do their first year over here, like, scratch those, like English 101, kind of boring.
The Americans love it. They get to do like the tropics and
a lot
classes. But
a lot of Americans, not a lot, but they can come here and do like abroad. So, Gaby, you took a year over here, right? And then transferred.
I mean, yeah. So I ended up going to art school, so like film school. But my parents, for some reason, still wanted me to like do normal school. So they basically threw their money in the trash can for me to go to normal school. And but that's where I met Emily, so it's fine.
Yeah, we were in a
0 credits, bestie, none.
I did end up going to FSU. I graduated in Tallahassee, but yeah, we took some classes here in Panama, and we met in American history class. Horrible class.
Because they didn't really tell true history.
Oh, honestly, we wouldn't be able to tell you because we paid absolutely no attention. We actually met because Emily was watching New Girl, and she was sitting like a few rows in front of me, and she
in the middle of the class.
Yeah. And I noticed, and she noticed that I was watching, and I knew she was a homie when she put on the subtitles. So
I can't listen if there's no subtitles. Like,
and I was like, this is my girl.
But yeah. And I also knew, like, she was watching. I was like, I'm gonna give her a hand because this class is boring AF.
Fuck Florida State University. There's insane amount of rapes there, and I will drag them. I don't care.
There's rape in every college.
Yeah, but like, have you seen the FSU numbers? That's why.
I'm not proud of that. I don't claim that. I only claim happy hour in Tallahassee.
So how did you guys transition from school to starting a podcast?
So this podcast existed prior to Emily being a part of it. I made this friend. Yeah, I during the pandemic when we all had really weird jobs. I mean, I don't know. We like all of my art school friends were doing like insane random freelance jobs to like make ends meet. One of mine was working on this app called Stereo that I think the app ate shit. And but like it's horrifying. They were like honestly like awful to the employees, meaning me. And basically you had to like talk to the void and people would connect your conversation. So it was kind of like a live podcast streaming situation.
Oh, what
With
was
very
that app that people?
Stereo.
It was Stereo. I thought it was called
Yeah.
something else. That it was the one where people were talking on it and stuff.
Yeah, and they had like little like bubble heads.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that was Stereo. Okay.
Yeah, I was a verified creator at Stereo. It was me and a bunch of comedians. So it was really random because I'm not a stand-up comedian, but like I just make the cuttings. And you were paired with a random person. And this one time I was paired with this girl, Samantha, and we were like, dude, can we just talk to each other every day? Because we get paired with like some creepy ass dudes all the time. And I don't want to talk to them for 8 hours a day because that was like what we had to do. And then we started talking every day, and we basically started talking about TV and movies and like our favorite fictional characters and who would make the best boyfriend in the Harry Potter franchise and stuff like that. And we're like, wait, we should make this a podcast because like people were tuning in to hear that. And I did it with Sam for a year, and then her stand-up. Mind you, I had never met her in person. I met her later.
Okay.
She's in Austin right now. Her stand-up career kind of like blew up. She's doing really well. And she was like, yeah, I don't have time for this anymore, but you can like continue the podcast if you want. It was your idea. And I was like, okay, cool. But I was kind of hoping that she would come back to me, but she never did. And then one day I tweeted about it, and Emily was like, I volunteer as tribute. And here we are now.
So, I mean, I had never in my life thought about being in a podcast, creating a podcast. I mean, I do talk a lot. Like I don't shut up. I tend to talk until somebody shuts me up. And my mom has always told me that I should have a podcast either because I was a teacher, so I have like a lot of anecdotes. I'm also I have a best friend called Virgilio, and we're
I don't know this man. He's my favorite person.
We're just funny. Like we just how do I say this in English? Like we just bounce off each other and like we're just really funny, but we're really mean. We know we're going to hell. It's fine. but yeah, I mean, always like it has been there because I know I have stuff to say, but I just never thought about it. And then in January, I was let go from my job. So I was unemployed till like May, and around March, late March, maybe Gaby tweeted this, and I'm like, why not? And like, I kind of doubted. I was like, should I reply to her? And I kind of did. And here we are. I was like, why not? And then like a month later, I got a job. But still, I was like, I'm having so much fun. And Gaby was like, I don't want this to become like not a burden, but like to become like something that keeps you busy. I'm like, this is actually so fun for me. I love editing. I love like just meme culture and, you know, those skits. And I don't know. I'm having so much fun. I'm learning so much. And actually my job, they now created a podcast and I have so much knowledge now. Immediately, it was like Sandcaster, Anchor, bim, bim, bam. And I built a podcast in like a week about chiropractors because I work in a chiropractic magazine. Okay. But I'm like, the universe is great. It's wild how I'm now in a podcast with one of my best friends and suddenly like I was able to do a podcast at work. I mean, I'm not in the podcast. I just like edit it,
you produce it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was like, thank you, universe.
So
did I tell you that I went to the chiropractor last week and it was a crazy experience?
I've never been.
Dude, the man, have you guys been to the chiropractor?
No.
I've never.
Okay,
I would love to.
But if you go, I recommend you go to like a motherly looking figure because uncomfortably like intimate, and like this guy is like on top of me, like cracking my back.
Yeah, my
And then-
boss is the magazine is owned by 4 brothers. It was founded by their parents, and one of the brothers is a chiropractor, and he actually has his clinic like besides the office. So I'm not gonna ask my boss to
Absolutely
adjust
not.
me.
Yeah,
No.
that would be a little awkward.
No
Yeah.
He
way. And
complimented my perfume. That was so weird. This
That's
man
wait.
is like up my neck, and he's complimenting my perfume while he cracks me. And I was like,
Gabby,
nobody-
what else is he supposed to talk about? All right.
my bones. It's his job. And then he asked me the name of the perfume, and I wish I was joking,
that's creepy.
but the name is I Am Trash. So I tell him that the name is I Am Trash, and he thinks I'm lying. It was a whole thing. It was, I mean, whatever.
It's
Groupon doctors. Maybe
this sounds like a classic Gabby adventure.
yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
But yeah, so now here we are in the podcast, and the first time we recorded, I was kind of nervous, and at the end I was like, this is just like having FaceTime with you,
Yeah.
like literally. So it's been awesome. And now like when you guys reach out to us, I was like, did we just like, you made it? We felt like, oh my God. So
For our podcast?
we were okay. This is our first invite to a podcast, so we're excited.
And like it tells us that like TikTok is working, like
the reels are working.
Mhm.
Yeah, like it's
So,
been
yeah.
a fun time.
So yeah.
Well, I'm glad that we can be part of this this first experience for you guys.
Of
We
course.
appreciate that.
Before we switch gears, can you kind of tell us like walk us through like the process of like producing an episode?
So basically, someone wants to watch something, and then that person talks the other one into watching it with
see.
her.
Which is usually Gabby talking me into.
Usually me, I talk Emily into watching shit, and sometimes I miss. I'm so sorry for the Minions. We will not be having a Minions episode because
Thank
nobody
you.
is worthy. All of them are trash. I
Only
claim
the
Drew.
small one. I think
I
it's
agree.
called Bob. The small one. He's cute.
But wait,
don't-
Not Kevin. Not Kevin. Not
Fuck
the one who
Kevin.
fucked up Otto. Like the guy. That stupid ass. No. I like the small one. I think it's Bob.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't really
so
care
this is
for
basically-
Despicable Me.
I
You
hate it.
don't?
I hate the Minions. I just went to see it because my boyfriend has some like 2 nieces, and he's like,
Okay.
let's take them to see Lightyear. And like for some reason, because of probably the gay kiss, they just
No, I'm saying no because it wasn't good.
no, not because it wasn't good. It was just like for 2 weeks here in Panama in the theaters, which is weird because like those Pixar, aka Disney movies, they last like a month, 2 months here in the theater.
Yeah.
And it was just here like 2 weeks. I'm like,
Thor
because of the gay kiss.
Thor
But
Love
we
and
want-
Thunder is having some issues too.
Yeah, I thought about that when I saw Thor. I was like, I wonder if they're
Because of like the gay content.
Yeah, the 2 gay rock people.
That's
that was
ridiculous.
so funny to me. Like I really loved it.
I can't with boomers. I can't with homophobia. Like,
Yeah.
I can go off about that for an hour. So I'm just not gonna go there. But yeah, we were gonna take them to see Lightyear, and then they took it off the theaters, and then the nieces were like, "Let's go see Minions." My boyfriend like, I
And-
want to die.
Oh,
I
did y'all,
was-
did y'all dress up?
So we had
They
to go see
don't
Minions.
do that in Panama. But I went to the Minions in the States, and I was
They did it.
ready.
The
With
tuxedo
Cuba.
thing.
in Panama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe
Really,
like one group of people, but
with the
it-
heat, that is commitment.
You
guys
gotta show respect to the meme, okay?
I mean, there's AC in the mall, Gabby. We're not
saw-
that, third world.
we
Damn,
are, but
girl.
it's fine.
You
Uh,
know that, Gabby.
I
You know,
know,
you acting like you forgot where you came from.
Oh, absolutely not. I claim it wholeheartedly. No. In my theater, there was one family that was all wearing tuxes. I thought it was really cute. The mom, the dad, the little girl, little boy,
Let's have
they
fun.
were all wearing
family.
tuxes.
Sounds
Yeah, it
cute.
was cute. But it's not but yeah, sometimes we watch something and it doesn't work and we don't force an
So
episode.
we're not gonna do minions, but
We're
yeah.
not
So
gonna do Minions.
we watched something. We are using Zencaster, which is great. I love
Why are
like
you
just
giving them
like
free promo?
little just a little like tip. It's fun. I love it because I'm the one who edits, and it gives you like 2 separate audios
Yep.
and 2 separate videos. So I love that. So what we've been doing lately, now that I started like working full time, I send Gabby the audio, like, and she gives me timestamps. So it helps me put on, like, if we reference a picture, to put it in the video to upload on YouTube. And also she gives me timestamps of what she thinks are great content for reels.
Or
And
think you
then
should cut off because it's
yeah,
embarrassing.
and then we always meet to edit the reels together, because Gabby has great like meme vision, like
She
meme
has the eye for it.
I'm
Yeah,
a
she
comedy
has-
writer. That's what I do for like
finger
money.
on the pulse.
and I
Uh-huh.
I also visually, fix like where the meme goes, or like put big words, etc. And yeah, and then we sort of took on that strategy, uploading sort of 3 reels per episode. And because I love reels. I hopped into the TikTok train like a couple months ago, but I have a small business, so for me, like, reels are actually like great, have great lifespan.
Right.
They're like free publicity. The reach is amazing. So yeah, that's sort of what we've been doing, and it's working organically, slowly but surely. So yeah,
Honestly, shout out to Miles Teller for giving us so many followers. I
it
always
gave
knew
us, yeah,
he was my man's. Like I knew it.
he gave us our first like 1,000 views on reels, which it's small, but it's meaningful.
No, trust me, I get it. I get it.
We love Miles.
So Emily, how is Severance treating you?
Okay, I finished Severance this week on Tuesday. Me and my boyfriend, sort of throughout the pandemic, we created this little, like, not tradition, but now we watch a lot of series together.
Mhm.
And because of the pandemic, we did like FaceTime, Netflix party, etc. And now that we had like curfew here in Panama. It was like it was horrible. It was sort of like a mini dictatorship from the
Right.
government. That's another tea. But back in the 2020, we couldn't see each other for like long periods of time. But now that everything's sort of back to normal, we still kept on that tradition going of like maybe 2 times a week FaceTime, because we don't live together.
Right.
FaceTime and watch something together. So we watched Severance, and holy shit, that was an
I'll watch it.
amazing series.
I've been
Like,
talked into it. I'm gonna do it.
it's very Black Mirror-y. I love Adam Scott. I'm a Parks Rec bitch. I love Parks Rec. Like,
Adam Scott
love.
can get it. I love him. He's
Top 5
amazing.
series for me, Parks and Rec. I'm a sitcom bitch. So yeah. Great show. I saw the nominations for the Emmys. Patricia Arquette
Yeah.
deserves that nomination. Like, oh my God. That was, I mean, in the plot twist, it's a great show.
Matt, you've
Loved
seen it,
it.
right?
Yeah, I'm not done with it.
I'm not gonna say these
Spoiler,
spoilers.
Wait, has
but I'm
everybody
at the
here
part
watched?
where
What
If you
part are you?
spoil me, I will
I'm
take
at the
these
part where the
off.
girl is trying to get out, and she does something. I don't want to give it away. She does something serious in the
Mhm.
elevator.
Uh-huh.
That's the part I'm at right now.
Oh my God, you still have a long way to go. Like, that's
Okay.
where it starts to get spicy, but
Can I be back?
Yeah.
he
He was super vague.
he
Okay.
didn't spoil.
No,
but
I get like triggered with spoilers. Like I am, I get so
It's-
mad.
it, like, the first 3-4 episodes, it's like 8 episodes, or 9 or 7, no, 8. And
Eight,
the
yeah, I think
first
it's 8.
4 are very slow, but they do keep you engaged, which is like a lot to say. So great show. Totally recommend. It's not my type of show because, like I said, I'm a sitcom person. I tend to stay away from drama. I'm kind of like, and even those series that are like really long, like Grey's Anatomy, never watched. This Is Us, like those types of shows that are really popular, but they're so long, many episodes, many seasons. I'm a
What's
binge
the
watcher,
longest show
so
you've seen?
What'd you say?
maybe
The-
like
the
Once
longest
Upon a
show.
Time or something.
Did you finish it?
Yeah.
I didn't even. We need. We wanted over that show too, but I didn't.
Oh,
finish
yeah.
it. I got really.
But
scared.
those types of shows,
it.
when they come
Uh-huh.
out, or if I discover them, I drop everything and watch them. And that's not healthy. I cannot do that. That's why I'm sitcom, 20 minutes.
Keep it light and
I
fluffy.
can move on with my
That's how I
life.
am. Yeah.
And there's no
Shout out to like the Blue
cliffhangers.
Sun and Abbott Elementary for making the world a better place. Man,
Yeah, they did a whole episode on Abbott, Matt.
Great.
Great.
The way I did not shut the fuck up about Abbott until I got
Right.
Emily to watch it.
And I was a teacher, so that shit hooked me up in the first. Like, I was hooked. But yeah, Severance, not my type of show, but because it's not a mini
Wait.
series.
Sorry to cut you off. Let's go back to Abbott Elementary. So once you finally watched it, what did you think about it?
We're
Wholesome,
fans.
funny. The New Modern Family. Okay, not New Modern Family, but
No, I get what you
if
mean.
you can watch, like Gaby said, you can watch it with the whole family. We said this in the podcast. It's something you can watch with your dad or your grandma, and it's not comfy.
Everybody's gonna get the joke, which is something I love in the writing. Is that also the camera work is phenomenal, and the little kids are the greatest actors ever.
I love a mockumentary. So if you haven't noticed, Parks and Rec, also The Office, love it.
The custodian is the best character, and
Yeah.
Ava
And
is
she's nominated.
oh, she would have
Yeah.
And Barbara, was it her
Barbara.
name, Barbara?
Yeah, that was her
Yes.
name.
But I loved it. And as a teacher, I felt seen when I was a teacher, but felt seen. Like, it is a freaking hard job, not appreciated by anyone. And we give it our all. So yeah.
Yeah. How long did it take for you to get her to watch it? How long did it take?
Like
Like,
Gaby, it wasn't that long.
It was like 2 weeks.
Okay.
You were
Because I
watching
didn't-
other stuff.
I didn't know it existed. Okay.
I know, because like I know, but like I think I don't know if you guys have noticed this about Abbott. I think it's really interesting that like it didn't come out of nowhere if you follow comedy like digitally. Like so I follow comedy.
He got
but, like,
money.
Oh, now they do.
No. The skit that she did. Oh, he got money.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the way that like if you're not like a comedy person, it could totally go under your radar. Like I know so many people that had never heard of it, and I was like, you're sleeping on the greatest show on TV right now, like
Yeah.
straight up.
I got my boyfriend and my best friend to watch it, and they were like, "This is great."
Chad, have you watched it yet?
Why do you always ask me that? You know I started. Like when you told me to watch it, I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. I'm just I'm like, slowly crossing the finish
But
line. All right.
I love that they're just really easy to watch. Like they're
That
like
they
they're
watch in the morning or at night, like
Who, me? Her?
yeah, you.
I watched them in the evening. I don't really watch TV in the morning.
I love sitcoms and reality shows in the morning.
Wow.
I don't know. It started with the Wendy Williams show. That was my queen. I am still angry. They did her dirty. And Wendy, if you listen, I will be subscribing to your podcast, and I'm in search for a Wendy Williams show OG mug. But I like the light TV in the morning. Well, because I'm like a slow wake upper.
Okay.
And then at night when
build
I'm
up.
when I'm more functional, I'll watch whatever. But like I will wake up an hour early so I can watch the Wendy Williams show in peace. Like I don't care. Like and for sitcoms, same.
yeah.
Maybe that's the problem, because it's like I think of it more like popcorn, and it's like I'm not always in the mood for popcorn.
Yeah, probably. Like that I find it that my days are better when I start off laughing. And I love pop culture and pop culture gossip, and reality shows are the greatest comedies on TV right now. I don't know why people are pretending they're not. Like every single housewife could have a stand-up comedy special at this point. Like honestly, damn, like
Yeah.
they're crazy. Like certifiably insane. And yeah, I think it's a great way to start your day. I recommend trying it.
Okay. So, Emily, did you start your day watching the Black Phone?
No. I love to sleep, so I wake up the latest I can wake up and make it to work. But fun fact, and not such a fun fact because I think it's kind of predictable. I hate horror movies.
Violence.
I hate violence. I'm a total chicken or something. I don't know what's the slang for that in English. My boyfriend loves suffering and watching thriller and
he's a Saw man.
all that shit. Like
Oh my
he
God,
loved
so
like
that's
his one of
honestly
his
not
favorite
good.
his
No.
favorite movie. One of his favorite movies is Hereditary.
Oh,
That is a
that's
fantastic movie. Peter,
Yeah, I know,
That's some
but
wild stuff.
yeah, that's so now you get it. That's what he likes. So he
I
made me
love
watch.
Hereditary.
He made me watch Hill House, which was a
Yeah,
good show,
that
but
was really
I
good.
didn't like it.
What?
I
I
liked
thought it was poorly
I
written.
liked
Does
Bly
it make
Manor
sense?
more. What?
She
It,
said it was
like,
poorly written.
yeah, and I will die on this hill. I was still in college when this show was
Well,
on, and I
So
fought so many people.
Because I watched Hill House, I watched Bly Manor. I like Bly Manor more. And
Okay.
then we watched Midnight Mass.
Yeah.
That was a
Plot
great
hole
show.
City.
What'd you say?
Mid
So many plot holes.
And
So many plot holes.
and which one?
The first one, I didn't care for the other one.
Okay,
That's like
no,
the
but you
main
have to watch Midnight
Oh,
Mass.
of course, because we were raised Catholic, so I care. But
No, but it's
um,
like they shit on like the
Yeah, they
church, and
do.
we love it.
They do. It's
We love
yeah,
it.
oh,
it's so
I
good.
love that. It's great when
But
like
yeah.
kind of a Catholic country, like hella Catholic, as in like you can't buy alcohol. The church says you can't drink that day.
Yeah.
It's really funny. So whenever
But-
something shits on like the church, is peak entertainment.
But yeah, so because of my boyfriend now, I've like kind of been forced to, but now I kind of like watching that stuff. But 75%, maybe 80% of the movie, I am like this and putting my knees
Yeah.
like this. So I kind of watch through my legs, and he's like, "You're not enjoying it." I'm like, "This is not enjoyable." So of course we went to watch Black Phone because the trailer looked wild. And at first I was like, no. And then I watched it. I saw that it had good reviews. And I was like, okay. So I watched it through my legs. But it was a great movie. Ethan Hawke. I haven't watched many of his movies. I know he's like really iconic.
He is.
But I haven't watched like any of his movies. Maybe this is the first one I watched of him. Sorry. But he did a great job. I heard your mini episode about the Black Phone.
Thank you.
I kind of agree with everything, but I was
when
impressed.
I watch.
But my bar on like thriller movies is really low. So for me, I was like, whoa, this was like a great experience. And I enjoyed it, even though kidnapping is my worst fear ever.
Did you guys watch? No.
Not yet.
I've seen
Not
it.
yet. Have you seen
I don't
it?
want
Is it there?
spoilers. I don't want spoilers.
Will you be watching? No.
I will. I love Jordan Peele.
But it's horror. Like,
I know,
don't
but
didn't
Get
claim
Out.
Us. Get Out was incredible. Right? Get Out.
Yes.
My
Yes.
movie theater in Get Out was the most Caucasian looking theater I've ever seen in my life. And then me and my friend Glenn, who called me and worked to make me uncomfy. So it was such a great time. Like when we all got up to like leave, the people in the movie theater just kept like
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
yeah, like we're
I
so
watched
and
Get
we were
Out.
like, see, you should be.
The only
Right.
reason I watched Get Out at first, because I was like, I don't want to watch it. It's like horror. But at FSU, they had a free movie theater for like the students. So they got Get Out, like they put Get Out, and we're like, okay, why not? It's like Wednesday night, whatever. It's free. I went a lot to that movie theater because it was free. So we went, and it was an amazing experience. Like watching any movie in that theater, it was like 200 students, everybody cheering. Like when the friend cop came at the end, everybody stood up like, fuck yeah, like people were going wild, like amazing. Like I did watch some horror movies in that theater just because that ambience was like
Yeah,
really like
the
fun.
Sounds
the
really
audience.
cool.
Yeah.
Like I watched it, and
Uh,
like when and the river scene when they're like throwing rocks, it was like fuck yeah, bitch, ah! And they're like, it was amazing. I also went to watch the last one, the Halloween one, the
oh
Mike
yeah.
Myers one.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know I was gonna suffer, but it was so hilarious. Like I remember Mike Myers went into a house, killed like 3 grandparents, and then walked past the baby. And people were like, "Fuck yeah!" I'm like, what? He just killed like 3
Yeah,
grandparents.
those
So-
Halloween fans are very interesting, and we did not make any friends when we did our episode on it.
But yeah, like
yeah, Halloween people are very strange. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
but overall, yeah, watching horror movies in those theaters, yes. But yeah, Black Phone, loved it. The kids in the movie, like you said,
Yeah.
great. Like the sister,
Yes.
Queen, that
Yes.
she is the hero of the movie. Like Queen,
really is.
everything. At one point, I was even more afraid of the freaking alcoholic dad than
Yeah, then
Ethan
yeah,
Hawke.
the kidnapper, yeah.
I was like, shit. But great movie. Love that at the end it would have like a sort of happy ending.
Yeah.
Great, moraleja. What's the word? Like, what's the word?
So
Moraleja?
half of our podcast is somebody says something in Spanish and then the other
Like-
person tries to
like
translate
teaching,
it.
great, like great
Ah,
teaching. When they tell the kid like you gotta stand up for yourself. It's like, yeah, a little coming of age moment. So I loved
I'm
it.
gonna
I
Google it.
recommend it, even though it's not my genre of choice. But yeah, that's like what I've been up to as in media wise.
All right. So, Gabby, why? From what I understand,
moral is moraleja.
Moral of the story.
okay, good,
Yes.
good, moral. Okay.
Okay, hi.
So, Gabby, who are people that no matter how much fucked up shit they do, you just refuse to cancel them? Like, are you fucking with Chris Brown?
Absolutely not. That is the one person that I am canceling. And that actually, I was listening to Chris Brown when I came up with that topic. Because I was
Oh.
like, why do I keep listening to this song?
Oh, girl, what you doing?
And there's one song, I don't even know the name, but I know the entire song. And it's really hard for me to like learn hip hop and rap songs because it's quick English. Reggaeton, no issue. Bad Bunny, my boy. I will like, but like if it's no. Yeah, I refuse to cancel Shakira right now. I don't know you
I
guys
mean, yeah, tax
see
evasion.
this, the tax evasion. The way I see it, she's colonizing them back.
Yeah.
And as she should. So
Yeah, I don't feel like tax evasion is cancelable. Like nobody's like, oh, I don't fuck with Wesley Snipes because he didn't pay his taxes. Like, okay, you didn't pay your taxes. You just didn't manage your shit right.
I can't cancel. I must say I do have a harder time canceling women.
I get that.
I will cancel a man very, very fast.
I mean, yeah. I get
I
it.
think that if Zac Efron, I could never cancel him. Doesn't matter what he did.
Whoa, what does Zephron do?
Nothing. He's done nothing. That's why I can't cancel him.
I need you to name people that have done things that you refuse to cancel. Like, I'll give you one.
Okay,
Even
cool.
though she is an extremely problematic human, I fuck with Aquafina because
I fuck with Aquafina heavy, and I will defend her voice and her comedy, even though it's not my place, and I should be shutting up because I think she's funny as hell, and I enjoy her content, and I think most people do. Dave Chappelle, I will die on the hill that Dave Chappelle is the greatest comedian that ever lived. Who else?
Matt, we're all incriminating ourselves. Who's somebody you refuse to cancel? And we're coming
I don't
around to
know.
you, Emily. You don't know.
I'm like, I
I
still
don't
fuck with Dave
know.
Chappelle. I mean, I still fuck with Chris Brown. But one person I will is like R. Kelly, and it's because
Oh no,
R. Kelly,
Hell
when
no.
he sings his songs, like, you know, sometimes people can separate the art from the artist. But with R. Kelly, his art is part of the problem. So when he's singing about the sexual stuff, it always leads him to the minors. So I can't separate the art from the artist. So R. Kelly is somebody I cancel. Like I don't
Oh, yeah,
Step in the Name
for
of Love. Used to love that song. Now when it's on my rotation, skip. I don't listen to R. Kelly.
You
I
know,
unliked all the R.
for
Kelly
me, it's
songs.
really hard. It's not that I cancel him or not, but like Michael Jackson,
Oh, Michael Jackson
really,
is it's an issue.
complicated.
That's the one that I'm like,
I watched. I couldn't fit. I didn't finish. I remember when Wanda says hi.
Hello.
I watched the first half of the documentary about like the kids he
Finding Neverland or something
molested or
like that.
something.
I refuse.
I kind of fell
Not
asleep,
doing.
but overall it was really hard to watch. But like the
Just
way he
banger after
paved
banger after
the way he
banger.
the way he
He-
paved like the music industry for
Yeah.
people of color, and like just
He
so
constantly
hard.
pushed things. Like he pushed like fucking concerts, like production and concerts,
Like-
technology, and like his music videos. Like he pushed the envelope consistently. And like, I'm not gonna speak for you, man, but me as a young black person growing up, like Michael Jackson shit's just ingrained in me.
I
So
can imagine.
Yeah.
it's hard.
And
it's,
like
it's challenging.
the amount of artists that I assume and I know that got inspired, like Bruno Mars, like of course he was it. Like Bruno Mars is there because like it's like Michael Jackson crawled, so people like Bruno Mars can run. It's
Right.
I don't know. That's
was
really hard for me
thinking,
to cancel. And now with like the Elvis thing that he clearly stole music.
Oh,
I
Elvis,
mean-
Elvis is always a piece of shit. And also Priscilla was
know.
like 15 when they got married.
Yeah, Priscilla was 15, and
He's
I don't
super
know.
piece of shit, but his music is like, oh my God, so cool.
See, I don't know if I would call Elvis a piece of shit. Is he stealing from black culture?
He
1000%?
married a child.
Oh
He
yeah,
married a
yeah.
child.
I'm talking about Elvis, an artist marrying a child. Canceled. Absolutely disgusting.
Also,
But the
fuck
music-
Johnny Cash.
What Johnny Cash do?
His first wife was black, but we don't want to talk about that.
This is.
Oh.
I really appreciate that. That was amazing. I haven't heard somebody shit on him in a minute, and fans deserve it.
I'm not here for that shit. Having who the fuck was that? Was that Reese Witherspoon in that movie?
Which one? I claim Reese
Walk the
Witherspoon's
line.
another one that I will claim forever.
Walk the line. Like they were like, oh yeah, Johnny Cash's first wife, totally white. She wasn't black at all. We just gonna rewrite that bit of history.
Oh,
I'll be
okay, I
looking
got you.
into this. I don't have recollection, but I was thinking, like last week, Hispanics were losing their shit because there was like rumors about Ricky Martin being a pedo.
I was
that
gonna
ended up-
ask you about that.
Yeah, and that ended up not being true. And I was like, if this man pulls a Michael Jackson on me,
Yeah.
I am gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many songs that I'm gonna have to
Oh my
like. Are you
God.
serious? Can
It's
you
like
imagine?
It's like if Chayanne pulls something.
No,
like that.
Cheyenne, he better shut the fuck
No,
up.
I know, but I'm saying it's like that level. Like what are you supposed to do? You grew up with
Who?
these songs.
Cheyenne-
Who's that
Cheyenne
person?
is every single Hispanic mom is in love with Cheyenne, and he's everything.
Chayanne. Look it up.
Fine.
CHAW, not W, sorry. YANNE. Is it double N? He's like
everything.
Oh,
every Father's Day,
Looking
there's
like- looking like John Stamos and shit.
Yes, it's like Hispanic John Stamos, and he can
and he just
dance
keeps getting
and
better.
sing.
He's like fine wine. He like that sort of quote, like aging, like as he ages, he gets better.
Yeah.
And like every Father's Day, there's that meme, like Happy Father's Day to all, like our dad. He like every mom has always been in love with him, and every like they claim it's their husband. So yeah,
He's Latin America's dad. So yeah, that stressed me out, that Ricky Martin thing, because I thought for a second, I doubted my boy Ricky, and I thought it was going to be a Michael Jackson, and I was not going to be okay with that. But thankfully, Ricky does not need to be canceled, and I apologize for doubting him.
So, what's your claim to fame?
Okay, no, claim to fame is this reality show I found that plays after The Bachelor. I'm gonna put you on. It's the greatest shit on TV. So Emily and I did an episode on the Jonas Brothers, and we both got really invested in the little Jonas brother,
Frankie.
Frankie, who does nothing and he's just like reaping the benefits of nepotism, and we're
And-
obsessed with him, right? But now he's hosting this show called Claim to Fame, where it's like a Big Brother situation, but it's a bunch of celebrities, siblings, or kids, and the whole game is that they need to guess who's who, and then if you win like $100,000, something like that. But like, oh my god, like I'm watching the show and I'm thinking my brother's clearly gonna get cast on this in the future, and if he has the audacity to embarrass me the way Zendaya's cousin is embarrassing her,
Oh my
I
God.
will. No. Like, why are like
Put him out
also,
of
like,
the will. Like,
yeah, absolutely not. Like, why is Whoopi Goldberg's granddaughter wearing Sheen? Like, girl, you have money.
no.
You have Whoopi Goldberg money.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. And I just find myself getting like fucking triggered and like super confused as to like why I care so much about who's who. And then I'm like, what? Like, and that's what you're wearing? And that's your
Yeah.
mother?
Oh my
No.
God.
Interesting.
Great show. I hope it gets a second season because Frankie Grande, oh my god, no, I hate him. Frankie Jonas doing a great job.
Frankie.
Love him.
Okay, well, just like Matt and Abbott Elementary, I'll get to it. Yeah.
No, it's surprisingly entertaining. Like, I watched it by accident. I'm like, wait, I love this
Reality
concept.
show is awesome. I don't watch it that much, but when I get invested in one, I mean, I'm gonna say I love Love is Blind.
Yeah.
No,
I
Love is
love
Blind.
it.
Love is Blind
Why?
slaps.
Slaps. Like, I love it. And it's so trash. It's like so stupid, but I love it. So yeah, not trash TV.
No,
Reality TV.
reality TV is trash, and I need it.
Yeah, but
Like, it's my favorite thing. Like, I watch so many serious stuff all the time that like watching The Bachelorette brings me joy. Like, yeah,
I've never watched
I
that.
also think Will is not here for the right reasons. Like, we should send him home. You're watching it because we're doing an episode on the finale, and it's 2 Bachelorettes happening, so you gotta watch it. And one of them is a Top Gun.
okay, I'll watch it.
No, you're watching it.
Don't let her
I'm-
strong
I'm-
arm you. Don't let her strong arm you, Emily. If you don't want to watch that shit, don't watch that shit. Be strong.
I
like
know
me.
it's good. I know it's good. It's just that I've just never done it. I don't know. I didn't have a crew because I remember back in college, people got together like on Mondays to watch it. I was like,
It's
I don't
the
have a
best
crew.
thing. Dude, all of my film school friends would watch The Bachelor, which is so funny to me. I didn't watch this before I went to film school, but everybody at film school was like, it's the greatest editing on television. No.
I didn't
They're
have
not
a
wrong.
crew, so I was not gonna watch it alone. That's boring.
All right, so I talked about last week, or heard about the story about the elephant who killed the woman, and then he came back to her funeral, right?
Right.
Finish
Yes,
the
I read
deed.
about.
Yes.
So now we have monkeys in Japan, close to where I'm at right now, where the monkeys are attacking the people, and they're only attacking the kids, babies, and elderly. So then they try to capture the monkeys, but then they can't because the monkeys they don't want the food. They only want the violence.
Oh my-
So it's been 58 attacks. It says July, and they don't know what to do. So they're like arming people with like tranquilizer guns. So if they do see these monkeys, to shoot them, and they said don't look them in the eyes and like make yourself appear big, like what you're supposed to do with like bears and stuff. So I just find this not funny. I mean, attacks are not funny, but I find it funny that basically these fucking animals are like, I'm tired of these humans and I'm about to attack
Totally.
They're
them.
The
overtaken.
funniest
I mean,
thing I've
it
ever
was
heard.
either that or robots. Like eventually,
Right.
I mean,
someone's gonna
yeah.
dominate us. Like,
Especially with Japan. They got all that robot
Yeah, for
technology over there.
sure. Was it like
Right.
Steven Spielberg predicted this how many years ago? Like,
Right.
it was Steven Spielberg, right?
bound
Finally,
to happen.
Among others.
And
Yeah.
bound to happen.
I'm
Might as well be
thinking-
monkeys. Rather it be monkeys than like
I mean, do
I
y'all
don't know.
remember Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Original or reboot? It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't end well for humans.
yeah. Looking at
They're
how
very
things
valid.
are going.
Like,
Yeah, how
honestly, they're very.
Like looking at
Okay,
like
so
climate change and like corruption and
Monkeypox.
everything. We
if
should just
monkeypox is terrifying to me. I would rather like I feel really bad about myself that I'm more scared of getting monkeypox than COVID.
because
Because
COVID
like
is
you can die from COVID. You can't die from monkeypox.
I
But you can
know.
get shit on your face forever. And
I
I
mean,
I
Well,
wouldn't
I
make
have-
it.
This,
I would
is, this
unalive
is the
my-
money maker. This is what
Yes.
I need. I don't care about dying.
I
need
have
to-
acne
I need
scars,
You are
so-
correct. This
I have
is the
acne
money.
scars, so I don't have anything to lose, honestly. So.
No, honestly, I won't. No, I would kind of kitty unalive myself. Cannot do it. Like I'm so sorry. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry to the gay porn star I found on Twitter who's been chronic. He's doing a chronicle of like the monkeypox. Yo, his face insane. Poor guy.
We're all due for a reboot, honestly. We're fucking up the planet.
Humanity.
Yeah.
Earth 2.0.
Mhm.
I hung out with friend of the show, Rachel, Monday. She had tickets to see Legally Blonde the musical.
I love that musical.
The show was really good. I was very surprised that Elle was played by a black woman.
Oh, I love that.
I
Yes.
wasn't ready
Okay.
for that. I'm very familiar with the movie, but never seen the musical.
Question:
Music
haven't
was
was
it
either.
just Elle or was it an all black production? Because I've seen it.
just Elle was black.
Okay.
Oh, also the
Really?
her love interest in college.
Okay.
And in law
Emmett.
school. Is he the good guy or the bad guy?
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He was black too. But
He's a chip on my shoulder.
I've
everybody
never
else was
seen
white.
it. I've never seen the musical.
It's good. I really like
it's
this.
in Panama. We only they kind of do the same three musicals like Mamma Mia, Grease. I don't know, they're really popular with
Yeah,
My
yeah.
high
like the
school
people.
did,
But right, no, well, your school, Gaby's school, did amazing musicals. They had like a crazy theater department. Love it. My
I
school didn't.
played Harvard Student 3. So yeah, I
But overall, like productions, as in Gaby, like out
no,
of
no,
seven,
they
like,
did a
those
good job. I'm just petty because they never gave me a good part ever, and I'm just upset. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, I don't think Legally Blonde the musical will ever come to Panama because you have to like buy the rights, and those are expensive as fuck.
I see.
So, but right now they're doing In the Heights, and I'm going
Ooh.
tomorrow, so I'm excited. I
I
love
hope it's-
musicals.
Hope it's fun. I've never seen the
Yeah.
musical. I've seen the movie, but not the musical.
Oh, I think the musical
They're
is
both
even
great.
better.
I'm sure it is.
It's great. But yeah, I will love. I'm going to New York in September. We're gonna go see Book of Mormon. I've never seen it. I'm so excited.
I've been
They-
watching
it
they
is-
say
it
it's
is so
great.
it is so good. It's so good.
I wanted to go see Chicago. I've seen it not in Broadway. I saw it in a cruise that I went. It's still bomb, and it's like the dance and whatever.
Yes,
But they were
razzle-
like
razzle
they were like
dazzle.
Pamela Anderson is in Chicago right now.
Seriously?
Yeah,
she's playing Roxy.
Yeah, she Roxy.
Oh my God, I
Which I-
should have gone to Chicago, but whatever.
This is why you ask me shit. I know who's
sorry.
on Broadway.
But I've seen the show, so like I wanted to
And
see something that
have
I've
you
never
seen
seen.
Pamela Anderson do jazz hands. You have not.
Oh my God.
You missed your
That's
chance.
funny.
Fuck. I'm gonna go by
no.
myself. But yeah, whatever. I love musicals, and hopefully one day I'll get to see Legally Blonde. That would be awesome.
It was fun. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Rounding out. I'm trying to close the gap here since you're on a time limit here. All right.
Sort of.
This week we discuss Bedazzled.
What if I told you that I have the power to give you anything and everything you've always dreamed of?
Who are you?
Promise not to tell anyone? I'm the devil.
Yeah, right.
I am the devil, Satan, Lucifer, the Prince of Darkness. Well, the Princess of Darkness, anyway. Why don't we take a look at the contract? I, the devil, with offices in Purgatory Hell and Los Angeles, will give you 7 wishes for one piddling little soul.
Is this real?
It could be. Sign it, Elliot.
Okay.
Hopeless dweeb Elliot Richards is granted 7 wishes by the devil to snare Allison, the girl of his dream, in exchange for his soul. Gabby, what do you think of this movie?
Oh, okay. I have a really hard time picturing Brandon Fraser as a dweeb in any sense because every single one, like he keeps morphing into different characters and they're all fine as hell except Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln needs to go. But all the other ones were really handsome. the girl he liked was really boring, and I
Ugh.
hated her. I didn't
Hated her.
get it. I remember going to Blockbusters and seeing that movie case and just being like, I couldn't understand how a woman can be so beautiful. Like, I remember looking at
That's right.
Elizabeth Hurley and being like, this is not a person. Like, this is confusing. I don't get it. And yeah, my favorite part of this movie is Elizabeth's outfits for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Brendan Fraser's makeup, and I love the early 2000s simplicity. Like, we were
Yes.
talking about that. But and like, I was surprised at how quickly it went by. Like, honestly,
Yeah, it was pretty snappy.
Love.
it was
I had
it
never
was
seen this
quick. I liked
movie.
it.
I
Have
didn't
you
know
heard of
it.
it?
I didn't know it existed.
It's a remake. I didn't even know it was a remake.
All right, we're on the same page, Emily.
I had never seen this movie. Maybe I saw it in Blockbuster, but I don't remember. Like, I don't know. Of course, I know Brendan Fraser, George of the Jungle, iconic. Watched it a billion times on
Mummy?
Disney Channel. On The Mummy, but I saw him for the first time. George of the Jungle.
Of course. George of the Jungle.
But yeah, like when I went to watch it, I was like, okay, 1 hour 30, love it. Nowadays, movies are fucking 3 hours. Oh
Are
my
you
God.
throwing shade on the Batman?
I am
No.
throwing shade on the Batman because it was mediocre and nobody wants to talk about it. But
I
said it.
liked it, but
I
yeah,
liked it also. I mean, it was
No.
too fucking long, but
I'm
I
not-
liked
I'm
it.
not
Too
gonna
fucking
go
long,
into
and he
it.
said, I'm vengeance. Fuck you. You're not vengeance.
I'm not
You're
gonna get
trying
into
to
it,
explain
but
a
I told
movie.
Gabby that like I didn't see the Christopher Nolan ones in the theater.
Okay.
So I never got invested in those. I know they're great. I know they are great, but I'm not like those like diehard fans of the movie. So when I watched the Robert Pattinson one, I was like, I love it, dig it. But yeah, this movie, 1 hour 30 minutes. I miss those movies.
That
So
was-
like it went super quick, straight to the point. I love that at the 10-minute mark, we already know what's happening.
you
Who's
said
the
that,
devil?
and I was looking at the timestamp on my on my screen, trying to figure out if you were like making it up. Because I was like, 10 minutes, that's quick. But you were correct. It was exactly
I mean,
10
I
minutes.
threw 10 minutes, like, you know, I kind of
Yeah,
exaggerate,
yeah.
but yeah, like
No,
know,
it was
pretty-
10 minutes.
I love it. You know, she's there. She's like, do you want 7 wishes? Love it. I miss, like Gabby said, I miss the simplicity of the 2000 movies. I miss all that genre of movies. Love the intro. Nowadays they don't do intros like that.
Oh
Kind of
yeah,
like
with this is
the
their
people
sin.
like
This is their
he's a
sin. Yeah.
procrastinator. You know, they don't do them like that anymore.
Emily, when they did the Colombian narc thing, did you notice that the accents are not Colombian? That's my favorite
Or is they're
American
not Colombian.
Every single,
Not
you guys might
Colombian.
not notice. American fans do not notice, but every single.
At least they didn't use like the yellowest filter ever. So
Yeah, at least they didn't do. I'm gonna give them the points for not using the yellow filter.
I mean, that's only because the movie came out in the year 2000.
no, that this happens every
A lot.
like I watched it happen in like Lost City, like of the Channing Tatum movie with Sandra Bullock, which is incredible. Love it.
Yeah, I like that too.
Whenever whenever it's it's in South America, they'll do Mexican accent for every country,
for everything.
and all the Hispanics make fun of it because we know that's not how people sound
Yeah.
in Colombia or
And
Argentina.
when he woke up in like the mansion, I was like, drug lord. Not even like, I'm like,
Yep,
yeah,
Yep.
drug lord. Love it. But Brandon Fraser is a chameleon. Like, oh my God. I was like, is that him? Why is his nose like that? I was like, I didn't think that the makeup was gonna be that great for like
makeup was
that kind of
incredible.
movie, you know? It's like
Yeah.
a freaking rom-com and 2000s. Like, I didn't thought they were gonna go that hard with the makeup. And I was like, oh my God, he even has like different teeth for each. I was like, wow, I
And you
love
notice that he
that.
looked like Joshua Bassett on the when he was being the sensitive guy.
He doesn't look like Joshua Bassett.
He looked.
How
Do you
dare
guys
you?
know who Joshua Bassett is? I love Joshua Bassett.
I love him.
Okay,
How
it's
dare you?
The little
He doesn't look
guy
like that.
from High School Musical, the series. that
Olivia Rodrigo's
inspired-
ex. The
Oh,
ex
the-
that
the-
inspired
The little sensitive boy.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
he looked
The-
just.
the ex that inspired Sour.
gonna get a.
That's a rumor, Emily.
No. That is facts. I was following that. I watched High School Musical, the series. No. I have a PhD on Olivia Rodrigo. That is a factual event.
And like my last note is I agree with Gabby. Elizabeth Hurley, in love with her, no big deal. She's fucking perfect, and I'm in shock.
Emily, I don't think you're gonna know who this is, but maybe you guys will. So on the narc segment, did you see how the guy, the actor, I forget his name, is Omar or Oscar, something with an O. They like basically
Orlando.
Yes, yeah. Orlando. It was Cat Williams cosplay when he was doing the narc thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't a fan of any of his wigs. I felt like they did him dirty in the wig
Cat
department.
Williams?
No, Orlando Jones.
I mean, I don't really care. It just sent me because I remember that that's Orlando Jones, and then we did the narc thing, and I was like, wait, why is Cat Williams on screen? And I had to pause it, and I was like, wait, no, that's not Cat Williams. That is Orlando cosplaying Cat Williams. But he had the same hairdo. It was great. I thought it was really funny.
But yeah, I love the movie. It was super entertaining, simple, straight to the point. Like the jokes landed for me. I was like giggling, like, oh, it was fun. And I don't know, I like the resolution. I guess it made sense. I know that he was gonna sell his soul. We kind of know it. But I love the ending. You know, I was gonna be pissed if he ended up with that boring ass girl.
Why her though? She's so boring. Like this is the only thing that I don't miss about the early 2000s, the bland love interest.
I know, but I love that he ended up with like the quirky one.
I mean,
because she's not like the other girls, Emily.
That was the
not
point.
Like that, but because they're like so similar. They were like, oh, I love the stereo, like weird ass shit they liked. I was like, fuck yeah.
You nerds be nerds together, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt, what'd you think?
I'll let you go first, as I've seen it and I already.
Okay. Overall, I did like it. Like I said, they did Orlando Jones dirty on those wigs, but I do like how they were like in each scenario, everybody gets to play like a different character type situation. I wasn't a fan of the ending that he got to get with a woman that looked exactly like who he basically was going to sell his soul for, but she has a different personality.
Yeah, it's kind of sus. I thought about that. It's just like, oh, so you liked her? She was pretty. Just say that.
And like, I'm not sure how you would do it now, but you know how like right now we have like a lot of actors and actresses that kind of look alike. Like you got like Amy Adams and Isla Fisher.
Yeah.
And like I wish they would have did something like that where like it's a different person, but she kind of looks like the main actress instead of the main actress playing two different characters.
At least she wasn't blonde. I kind of appreciated that they put her, I don't know, a wig on her. I don't know.
We have mad beef with blondes in this podcast.
Interesting.
Unconsciously, we do.
I am very conscious of
so
it.
I take it you ladies will not be reviewing Anna de Armas and Blonde next month, huh?
And
of course we will.
Anna de Armas, my president, she arrived in this country without speaking English. And then she got all those photos
you
with
just said you don't fuck with blondes.
Like
I don't. I fuck with Anna de Armas though.
Blonde,
she's not a natural blonde.
Like
and I fuck with
natural
Nicole Kidman,
blonde.
but she's a redhead.
Like gringa blondes.
Gringa blondes are canceled.
Yeah, Ana de Armas, like Latina queen playing like America's not sweetheart, but you know what I'm saying, like America's treasure.
Marilyn Monroe was Cuban
Would
too.
you use that word for Marilyn Monroe? Because of the way that they did her dirty.
They did her fucking dirty, but
like she's iconic, you know. America claims her, you know, like they still profit from her, like so. They did her dirty, but they still fucking profit from her. So they claim her. They're not gonna say they did her dirty.
We all know. We all know what you did, Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
So
yes.
We love that Latina is playing.
Yeah, I was really
icon.
surprised. I was surprised when they said she got the role.
I was surprised of the lack of riot Like I was
Right?
expecting
The world to burn.
the
Like
world
with the Little
fucking
Mermaid thing,
burn.
the Little
Yeah.
Mermaid thing, stupid
Yeah.
ass. Like just let it's a
Right.
fictional character. Let her be an alien if you want. Like
Also,
What's
I
the
saw
matter?
this
She's black.
article about like how she's probably like a Cuban from Miami, and that totally tracks the Little Mermaid. And that would be like the you know the like the store bought red hair, like the and like then Sebastian. I'm like, oh my god, Ariel is obviously a Cuban from Miami.
and
Like,
isn't it
for
like in the
sure.
like the Under the Sea is like such a Caribbean song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah, it
totally
is.
The
even in
marimba shit, like
Miami. Like I see it.
full Miami. So yeah.
Right.
So
But yeah.
All right, man. Let's throw those thoughts out there, man.
Quick. Yeah, I love this. I've seen this movie hundreds of times as a kid, and watching it as an adult, like I just remember at the beginning where like I
were
always
you in
thought
love
as
with
a
her
kid,
as a kid?
huh?
Were you in love with Elizabeth Hurley when you were a kid? Like,
Of course, yeah.
what was your
Especially
favorite
when
outfit?
The school one.
I like the one
It's
where
cool,
she,
no.
where she had the red dress and the slit where he signed the area where she signed the contract at.
The
But then I also
beginning
loved
one?
it.
That's-
Yeah, then also I love the one when they were on the bus and she had those glasses with the red
Oh,
fur on.
Yeah, that
Yes.
one's fire.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite one.
I like that one
But
too.
but watching it this time, I used to think that like his friends were being mean to him at the beginning, but then now watching as an adult, he was being annoying.
Oh my god, he
Uh,
was so
Dude,
Hey,
creepy.
what kind of
creepy.
asshole? She's 10 minutes like, hey, do you know what time we start? Do you know what time you need to shut the fuck up?
right.
I mean,
But
okay, two things can be true. We can be annoying, and then the people can be assholes. Like we all know annoying people. That was
Yeah, they were
mean.
definitely assholes about it, but he was cringy as fuck and annoying as fuck. Like
Yes.
he's clearly on the spectrum a little bit. You know, he doesn't have social cues. Like, how come he doesn't?
I would like the people to know that that was Emily. I did not say that. I do not
No.
want to be canceled by
Okay,
the
hear me out.
spectrum.
I honestly believe we're all a little bit on the spectrum.
We all
I
we all
fully
have
believe-
we all have a touch of it.
We all have sensory
Yeah.
issues. There's people that can't step. I mean, if they step on something wet when they have like a socks on, they flip shit. That's fully sensory. That's like on this, you know, but it's socially acceptable because it doesn't impede us from like socially being people. Right? So
Yeah.
people, there's some people that can walk on like wet grass. That's also sort of like on the spectrum, but doesn't impede you in being like a socially acceptable person. So we all are on the spectrum, just like we all have some sort of like ADD. It's just, it doesn't stand in the way of you like living your life. So there's people that are a little bit socially awkward or people that don't have social cues, but that doesn't stop them from being successful at work, etc. So this guy clearly, you know, doesn't have social cues because he's not like understanding that those people are not his friends.
But the girl bully
Right.
was the worst.
Oh yeah, like flipping
Like-
him off. What the
like,
fuck is wrong with
just-
her? Like you're
And
a
I'm like,
grown ass
and
adult.
you're
like,
ugly. And you're ugly.
And
Like,
you're
have
ugly.
you seen him? Sit down.
But
Jeez.
but yeah.
Okay, every girl fight ever. This is actual like facts, scientific facts. Somebody will say, but she's ugly. Like if you're talking shit, you can have mad receipts about anything. But the last blow will always be, but she's ugly. Emily's not
Yeah.
gonna correct me.
we
No one's gonna correct
we don't even know how to respond to that.
me. This is true. It's factual girl science.
Yeah, sometimes like me and my Virgilio, my best friend, were like, girl, you can't be ugly and mean. You gotta choose one.
right.
That's with people that are really mean. We're not
Oh, no,
saying that
obviously.
we're not
You
saying that
think-
beauty is what's important, but there's people that are like super duper like they like demasiado, like super mean. And
Okay,
you're
but I
like, girl,
love
you're
when
not
they're
even
ugly, though,
pretty.
'cause then you can roast it and like not feel bad about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you're an awful person and you're ugly, oh my god, best
It's
roast
like,
session ever.
I'm not
Like,
saying that if you're pretty, you can be mean. No, by no means. But if you're like a shitty ass person and you're not even pretty, it's like, girl, go to therapy. Like, stop
Go to
being mean.
therapy.
Like, stop.
Make your insides pretty, okay?
Like, I don't know. Not
So-
justifying people that are mean and pretty.
No, yeah, it's
Disclaimer,
okay.
but-
If you want to be mean, Emily, be mean. But what do y'all think the Rotten Tomatoes is on this movie?
Wait, hold on. One more thing. I just want to add one thing. The other thing that just small thing at the very end when he rides his bike and he meets the new girl, when he was riding up the hill like that on ease, I was like, that's 100% fake. He's not riding up that hill smiling and everything.
And then there's a person walking by, like carrying a bike, but he's like athlete now.
Effortless. He's not even like inclinado, like what's the word?
Struggling.
Inclinado? Like but bent. I don't know. He's not even like trying. He's like riding on a freaking prairie. He's like, what? Are you like a triathlon person?
I don't know. I read a whole article about how he was hella injured because he did a bunch of like stunts in all of his movies by himself.
Yeah, the Mummy series really fucked him up.
Yeah.
Especially Mummy 2.
Well, that bike scene, that's
Let's hope it's
fiction.
fake.
Not even the devil thing. I would believe the devil thing before believing that bike scene.
Right,
like,
exactly.
I will believe that Elizabeth Hurley is the devil and will grant me 7 wishes before believing that that man rode up that hill. Kate Bush.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you don't
riding up that hill.
If you don't think
you should be in your video, Kate Bush. Oh my god. But yeah.
My god, that should have been on the soundtrack. The lack of vision.
But I don't know. Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm gonna say 24 and a 65 for audience.
I go with 60 off 60%.
Emily, just give me a number. Give me a number.
Don't shit on me. So I've never understood really well Rotten Tomatoes. Are the tomatoes good?
The tomatoes are good.
Okay, I never go to Rotten Tomatoes. Like I never got it when I was young. I was like, but are the tomatoes supposed to be bad? Because in the comics, they throw the tomatoes when you're bad.
Exactly. And then are we throwing fresh tomatoes or rotten tomatoes?
You're correct about that, Emily.
I don't know. I never cleared it up with anyone because me daba pena. I was embarrassed, but now I did it on a freaking podcast. Are you happy? But okay, maybe like 60 something. Maybe I'm gonna say 70. I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna give it like benefit of the doubt.
Okay, it's 50% with 116 reviews, and the audience score is 42%.
60 critics, 40 audience.
50
critics.
42 audience.
Interesting.
I was surprised. It's a pretty solid movie. I don't know what happened there.
Wait, what? That's really rare for a comedy to get more critics than audience. Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
Trivia.
Are the critics like
trivia?
Are the critics like more important than audience?
Yeah. Like people that write in newspapers.
Oh, okay.
So generally
they open it up. Technically, we can be on Rotten Tomatoes. We just have to jump through some hoops.
Yeah, for sure.
All
but
right.
you don't get the verified.
Right.
I tried.
All right. Trivia question. How many costume changes does Elizabeth Hurley have in the movie? A, 11, B, 14, C, 19, or D, 22?
11.
C.
19.
Yes, Matt and Emily are correct. There were 19 costume changes.
Okay.
Sometimes she changed like 3 times in a span of 5 minutes. So
yeah, she was really snapping through that stuff. Let's see. Okay, there's a deleted scene that can be seen on the DVD, which shows Elliot using one of his wishes to become a rock star, playing in a metal band and using a British accent. It was cut out because of images of drug use, foul language, and sexual content. You can find it. You can also find this scene on YouTube if you search.
I will be looking for this scene.
It's a wild scene.
Okay.
The 7 wishes are based off of the 7 deadly sins. So that's kind of why there were 7.
And which one was gluttony, for example?
The food. The McDonald's. His first wish, like,
Yes.
you want a Big Mac.
Oh.
Yeah. All right.
Now I'm gonna think about it.
Yeah, give you a little homework while you're off and doing your thing tonight. All right. So kind of pushed through some stuff because I wanted to make sure everybody was present because I know you got to get out of here, Emily. But we genuinely appreciate you ladies coming on and meeting us and telling us some stuff. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe you guys can come pick boyfriends with us sometime.
I mean, let's do it.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, are we boyfriend material?
I mean,
No.
I'm gonna go with. I think you're gonna be more boyfriend than Matt, just because he has a kid. Dude, can't do it.
I have a kid.
You have a kid too? Fuck, you're both canceled. We're not picking anyone.
What do you have against? What do you have against
Oh no,
kids?
no. I love children. I also love being the center of attention, and I can't fight with a child.
Okay.
I'm honest.
I wouldn't
Okay.
mind a kid. I wouldn't mind a kid.
Emily
because-
wouldn't mind the kid.
So for me, you would be. So
All right, let's go.
Like it's not and like fun fact, it's not that I like kids. It's like people tend to assume that teachers are like, oh my God, are you a teacher because you love kids? No, I'm not the type of person who's gonna like piggyback ride
right.
one of my boyfriend's nieces. No, I just like, I really like not the psychological part, but like my not the word's not, what's the opposite of pet peeve? Guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure are mommy blogs. I love mommy blogs and like learning about, I love mommy blogs.
What the fuck was that sound?
I love mommy
Sorry.
blogs.
That is so weird and so on brand for
I
you.
love them. I love learning about like sensory based activities. Like, bitch, I'm gonna be ready when I have kids. I'm not gonna fuck it up.
Okay.
When I fucking ready.
Okay. Why don't you ladies plug your podcast before we get out of here?
Okay. You should subscribe. We are under Boyfriend Material. You can also follow me on Instagram because I'm an attention whore at Hey Gaby Mendes. Emily doesn't want any followers, so don't follow her.
My
Her shit's-
Instagram is private and I
her
don't post
shit's
shit.
all locked up.
She's
I don't
locked
post
up.
anything. Like I don't post anything.
That's fine.
This
More
is fine.
followers for me.
Follow our podcast though.
Yes.
I mean,
It's at BF Material Pod. We post funny memes, I think. And yeah, that's
And-
us.
you're invited to pick boyfriends with us anytime you want. If you have any interesting suggestions as to what we should
We can do
watch, and you
movie
can jump in.
series, whatever, just not Game of Thrones because Emily cannot handle the violence. We
I mean,
tried.
also,
And
that's like
it's
a
too-
million episodes.
I know, but like I
it
was
would
ready
never
to
be
rewatch.
time. No, we could do the Brandon Fraser one, and
Oh, we
Have them
have
join.
a Brandon Fraser Cinematic Universe episode planned. So
Okay.
like George of the Jungle, The Mummy, and there's
all
like
the
a couple-
mummies.
Yeah,
I don't want to watch that third one.
Fine.
but
right.
yeah,
We'll just have Matt. You don't need to come.
Well, damn.
You cannot insult Brendan Fraser on my presence. I will. That is my.
All I'm saying is I'm good on the third one because they couldn't even bring the original Evie back.
This is true. That is fact. That did happen. I'm ignoring that, but it happened.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Please rate, like, and review our podcast on your platform of choice. If you have any feedback, please email us at weusedtotalkpod@gmail.com. Like our Facebook page. We used to talk about this at work. And follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at We Used to Talk Pod. Come back next week when we review What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, not the TV show.
I love that movie.
Never
I
seen
want
it.
to watch
You have
both.
it.
I want to watch. I've never watched the movie, and I want to watch the show.
That movie is insane. That movie is.
I'm
I-
looking
is
forward
that-
to it.
Is that the one that's the intro? That's like the guy like waking
think so.
up and going around the house.
Yeah, it's a mockumentary. and it's Taika
I
Waititi.
love that intro. I've seen it 1,000
Yeah,
times
yeah.
on Twitter. I love it.
Oh, you saw it, Matt?
No, I'm saying I know what she's talking about. Yeah.
It's like a little intro clip of this really
Yeah.
creepy guy waking up and going around the house, like waking everyone up. It's super funny.
It's a great movie.
I've always want to watch. I never watched the movie, but I've watched the intro like 10 times.
It's a great movie.
But yeah.
Good job, Mr. Taika Waititi.
Yes. Love him.
Love Taika.
Love him.
Love him. Love it.
All right, close this
And
out,
like
man.
always, And like always, I don't know if this was a good episode. I don't know if it was a bad episode, but whatever you think about it, talk about it at work. Thank you for listening.
Bye.
I